I guess this is it. They're not ready.
Shut up.
Oh, the boss just, in case you don't know me, my name is Carolyn Cunningham. Notice that Kathy Kyle, our vice president, usually MCs these shindigs, but she called me today and she's been sick and didn't feel that she should be in here because she needs to recuperate. So instead of Kathy Kyle, it's Carolyn Cunningham. And
is that a requirement?
we were also supposed to have Kay Kellison. It's a cup. It's a kind of a cup that day.
That's on the
She's supposed to be our
recording.
demonstrator, but she has COVID. You see the theme here? So I got called Sunday by Sherry Lynn, and she said, "Can you do the thing you were going to do next June?" And I was like, "No, because I don't have any time to prepare." So you are stuck with me today, and I am winging it pretty bad. So I apologize ahead of time. And if you don't want to stay because it's not me, Kellison, you're not going to hurt my feelings. She's out of here. She's got lots of stuff to do today. Sorry about that. So sorry. That's okay. And this is going to be, I don't know what this is going to be. First of all, there's some stuff on the tables and some chairs back there. They are free. Take anything you want. Some people have already taken some things.
Except my demo board.
Except for the demo board, the one that has the D-rings and things on it. But I mean, most of it's art related, but there's a brand new twin sheet on it, so go figure, I don't know. If your phone's not off, kindly turn it off. And if you are a doctor and cannot have it turned off for emergencies, then leave it on, I don't care. I don't care. Here's the thing, I taught junior high school, I taught 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for 35 years. So if I talk to you like a 6th, 7th, or 8th grader, I have to apologize ahead of time because that's just what I'm used to. And I knew more than them, but I know I don't know more than you. So sometimes I'm a little intimidated talking to adults and bossing you around. And I can't make you do anything, so I'm not giving you a grade. So you also membership, if you have not renewed your membership, the membership chairperson is here. I'm sure she has forms. She'll take your money, or you can do it online at home. And if you've never filled out a waiver for the senior center here in 2026, we need you to do that. And you can talk to me about that at the break. Okay, did I cover everything? I'm sorry, I keep moving around. I forget.
You did indeed, and I was looking at something, I looked up and I have a blank
and I wasn't
screen.
in the screen, I moved again.
I'm going to put a
this
type
down.
marker for you.
And we'll do a little bit of business after the break. Okay. I thought I was so organized, and then I left all my notes at home. But, you know, I've done this before, and here's the thing. A lot of you have done what we're going to do today. You've done it before. If you've taken drawing classes, you've done this before. But you know, it never hurts to refresh a little bit. And besides, it was the fastest, easiest thing I could put together in 12 hours. So here it is. Ideally, I would love for you to be doing what we're doing in pen. There are only maybe 1 or 2 pens on each table. If you happen to have a pen of your own, I would love it if you would do in pen, because one of the rules is going to be no erasing allowed. No erasing allowed. I'll get back to those rules in a little while. But we're not trying to do a beautiful finished piece that you're going to take home and frame or put in a show. This is practice. These are exercises. And they're exercises that I believe help us draw better. And the reason you start drawing better is because you start practicing how to look and observe better. Because a lot of times we draw what we think we know is there, and that's not really what's there. So we want to practice looking. And I haven't done this kind of drawing in a long time, but I love this kind of drawing. It's basically, we're going to do continuous line contour drawing. Okay? How many of you have already done this a million times? Of course you have. And if you haven't, good. Don't be intimidated by this. You might have the craziest looking thing at the end, or several, because there's lots of paper and pens here, but that's not the goal. The goal is to practice looking, okay? We are going to use only line. Line is the most basic element of art. There are 7 elements of design: line, shape, form, space, value, color, texture. Most of you know that. Line is everywhere. Line is everywhere in your life. I mean, I'm thinking today lines. The tree trunks, the tree limbs, the lines in the road, the lines in those fences, the lines in my hair, the lines in my face. Your fingers are lines. Everything is lines. Oh, but what if I pour a blob of paint on a piece of paper? I didn't draw a line. But the edge of that blob of paint is still a line. It's called an implied line. If I have a ping pong ball, there is no line on that ping pong ball, because I don't think there are. But that outside edge of that ping pong ball, where it meets the background, that's your implied line. There's line everywhere. You can't get away from it. You can't even look at any piece of art and not find some kind of line. Oh, but what if the whole canvas is just one of those kind where the artist said, I'm just going to paint red on the whole canvas? Yeah, well, the edge of the canvas is your line, okay? Let's see where I was here. We use line to create shapes. We use line to shade, especially when we're cross-hatching. We use line to create patterns in our art. We have all kinds of lines. There's delicate lines and bold lines, thick lines, thin lines, jagged lines and wavy lines, and dotted lines and solid lines. There's just a never-ending amount. Line can create direction for us. It leads us into a painting or a piece of art or around it or up to something. I have this image of a Mary Cassatt piece in my mind. It's a woman sewing, and she's doing something with her hand here, and there's a little girl right next to her. I love Mary Cassatt. And every edge of everything, every line in that painting brings you right to where the little girl's face and the mom's hands are. And this is a way that we can make use of lines to create direction and movement in our art. Vertical lines tend to instill a feeling of strength and power. Horizontal lines are calm and quiet. If you look at, say, Monet's bridge over a pool of water lilies, even though the bridge maybe is a little curved, the whole thing is horizontal. You know that that's supposed to be calming, not only the lines, the direction, but the colors as well, and just the whole mood. Diagonal lines evoke movement, action. You would not draw a picture of a basketball player like this. Everything on that guy's body is going to be diagonal. So we use lines in lots of different ways. Okay, I already told you pen is the best tool for this. If you use a pencil, please don't erase. Don't erase. It might be horrible. Eventually we're going to draw our hands in here. If you end up with 6 fingers, I don't care. Okay? If you end up with a giant thumb and 4 little tiny baby, I don't care. And you shouldn't either, because the goal is to practice. The goal is to look. Okay, so the rules. Okay, now, if you were my 7th graders, I would put these rules on the board, and I would say, if you follow the rules, and I can tell you follow the rules, and you have a pretty decent drawing, you get a B. If you follow the rules, and you have this fabulous drawing, you can get an A on this. If you follow the rules, but it's like, what is that? You might get a C. I hardly ever gave C's. Just do it, you guys. Do what I ask. If you don't follow the rules and you have the most fabulous drawing in the whole class, you failed. Okay? Follow the rules. I'm not grading you, but I hope you use these rules and try to practice with them. You're not going to erase. You are not going to lift your drawing tool off of the paper until that drawing is complete. This is a continuous line drawing. Okay? And it's going to make you crazy. Now, if your hand is cramping, lift it off, shake it up, put it back where it was. Okay? I want you to look carefully. I want you to draw slowly, and I'm going to demonstrate, and I'm going to go a little faster than maybe I'd like you to go because you don't want to watch me draw all day. I want you to draw what you see, not what you think is there. And no hairy lines, unless something grew hair after I put it on there. Don't go back and forth. This isn't a sketch, this isn't a and I know we all like to draw that way, and that's a great way to draw, but that's not what we're doing today. So no hairy lines. You're going to look at this line, you're going to look at the object, and you're going to go, oh, it goes this way. Oh, now it goes this way. And your pencil should not go back and forth. It shouldn't go any faster than your eyes can tell it what to do. And if you're not sure what's happening, you need to look at that object again. You need to really look at it. I want you to look. We're not shading. We're not, if there's words on some things, don't do the words. If there's, like I picked some strawberries today, I went, oh, these would be great for this. Don't put the little dots on the seeds on the strawberries. We don't need all of that, okay? And so no patterns, no letters or numbers or anything. All right. Have I done all this? I guess. Oh, by the way, never mind. I would love to use a pen, but a pen doesn't work very well on the vertical surface. So I'm going to use some charcoal pencils. And I'm going to start with this, what is it? Stapler. I'm okay. Whoops, here I am again. Sorry, Lynell, and I'm going to go over here in a minute. I'm going to look at the lines. Now, you can choose where to start on something. Sometimes, like I think almost every table has a little, there were lots of them, a little oak leaf. There were lots of them today, oak leaves. If there's not, there's not. I probably have some more. If there's one that you can see the whole leaf and others are behind it, then start with that one because that's the one that you're going to grow from. Okay, you can go back over a line as many times as you want. So you get to here and you go, oh, I need to get back up there. Go back over your line. Go back to where you need to go. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So you're going to leave your objects on the table. I'm going to just hold this. Okay. I'm going to start at this end. And I'm going to draw what I see. And I see this is a broken stapler right there. And go here. Now I'm going to go back over here because I need to draw this part of it. And, oh, there it is. Now I know I made a mistake already. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Now, once you get started, you're going to have some things that are going to help you find where other things touch it, okay, where you need to bump into something. So I just got to here, and I don't want to go all the way back. I'm going to lift my pencil, big no-no. I don't want to have to go all the way back here, so I'm just going to really lightly, I'm going to go up here, and I'm just going to come across, and I've already made a huge mistake, and I don't care. And this goes past and in, and then it comes down here, and it goes like this. Now, how long is this little piece? Oh, I see it's going to bump into this curve that I did. So I'm going to come here, and it angles up and bumps into that curve. And then there's this funny little thing right here. When we're drawing with line, after you've practiced a while, you want to start thinking about line weight, having a variety of thick and thin, hard and soft lines, because line variation creates so much interest in a drawing. And I made another mistake, and I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna go here, and I'm back to where I need to be. I'll jump up there. And there's something here that I missed. Now I'm going a little bit fast. And this is a bit of a complicated object, not terrible, but you're going to want to start out, unless you are really good at drawing, and I know that some of you are, you might want to choose some of the more difficult objects to start out with, but some of you, I didn't put anything too simple, but some of you are going to want to start with some easy stuff. Yeah, I made a huge mistake here. I don't care. There's a little jobber here. There are no mistakes, that's right, okay? One line, just one line. Now, I try to have a variety of objects, some that are more geometric and some that are more organic. Honestly, your more organic things are a little easier because that somebody might look at that and go, oh, that doesn't look like that stapler. Nobody's gonna look at your little thing of leaves and go, oh, that doesn't look like those leaves, because they don't know what those leaves look like. So, first, you got it? Tell me a rule, Roberta.
One line, don't lift up your pen.
Don't lift your drawing tool. Steve, what's another rule?
No mistakes.
No. You're allowed to have, I have lots of mistakes on this. There are errors in this.
What you should have said is there are no mistakes.
There are no mistakes. Okay, there are no mistakes. What's another rule?
Draw slowly
Draw slowly.
and be looking at what you're seeing.
And look, look. If you're thinking, what, where does it, you gotta look at, I mean, I was looking from here to here to here to here. I was looking from the object to my pencil, from the object to my, over and over. You're gonna get dizzy going back and forth. But if you put that in front of where you're drawing, it's gonna be a little easier. You're not looking over here, you're gonna look here. Okay, no lifting your pencil, but what was the first rule? No what?
No
Erasing.
No erasing. And if you're using a pen, you can't. If you were my students, all you would have in your hand is a pen. And some of the kids would absolutely freak out. I gotta erase it. It's wrong. No. And just keep going. Okay? So, you have a bunch of junk on your table. Pick something. Get a piece of paper, pick an object, and if you would rather choose an object from your pocket or your purse or whatever, get it. Grab a piece of paper. I got plenty of paper. There's lots of paper. Grab a piece of paper. Yes.
What was the purpose of holding the pen, your fingers
Way
so
back
far
here?
back?
Okay,
Like this?
for
I always
me-
hold my pen like this.
It was so I wasn't in front of what I was drawing.
Okay.
Okay? Good question. Roberta wanted to know why I was holding the pencil so far back. It's because if I held it too close, you wouldn't have been able to see what I was doing. Okay? All right, so you can hold your pencil. You can hold it like this if you want. I don't care. You can hold it like this if you want. I don't care. Okay, grab a piece of paper, you guys. Get an object that's sitting there on your table. Put it in front of you. Come on. Okay? And I'm going to time you. I'm going to make you draw for 1 full minute. So that means you're going to draw slowly. Ready, set, go. I guess he decided he didn't want these. You know.
He wanted to just talk to me about something else anyway. So we got that out of the way.
Nice and slow. Don't lift that pencil or pen. No hairy lines. Really look. And you might not finish this object in a minute if you're really going slowly, and that's okay. But I see somebody that hasn't even started yet. Okay, that was 35 seconds. So if you are still drawing, keep going. Maybe we'll go a little longer. See, I want to go watch them draw. You want to just pause it? I'm going to do this really fast. And I'm going to go across there. I like that little thing that goes across. So I'm going to come do this, and I'm going to come back here. And yes, I'm going really fast. I don't want you to go this fast. And here. And now, Ellen, here's what I'm talking about. That leaf has a little tiny skinny stem, but it's not just a line. It's 2 lines. It's the inside line and the outside, or it's both sides. Okay, I'm going really fast here because I picked something that it doesn't matter if it doesn't look like it anymore. Now I'm going to run into this rock right here. I'm going to draw all of the leaf first because the leaf is in front of the rock, and I can't see it because my thumb's in the way, but that's okay.
Draw your thumb. That's the
Yeah, I
rule.
could draw my thumb, and we're going to get to that later. And now I'm going to get here, but I want to make that stem have a thickness. There we go. So there's this. Now, guess what? There are some beautiful lines in this thing. Oh my goodness. I'm going to draw these ones lighter because they are lighter. This one's a little dark, and that was a mistake, but that's okay. A little lighter. Line weight can really add some nice beauty to your drawings to have a variety of line weights. Now I'm here, I'm gonna come all the way around here, and I don't know where that rock is. Oh, there it is. Okay, and yeah, there we go. There's that rock. And he's gone wrong here. And now I see, oh, but how do I make that look farther away? You don't have to. If you follow that line and you look at it, it's going to just happen for you. And it's gonna look like the back of it. Okay, so that was quick. 2 objects, let them at least touch, if not overlap, and start with the the front one first. And as you get to the other one, either do it when you bump into it, and then you can keep going, or get the whole front one in there, and then go back to where you were. And the easiest thing to do would be to start at a point where the 2 objects overlap, because you're going to end up at that point again, and then you're going to be able to grow from there and draw that back piece. Okay, I'm walking around.
Okay, switch cameras.
That you all have with you all the time. Your hand, okay? Your hand, not the back of your hand. That's boring. Your hand has the most beautiful lines in it, especially when it's relaxed. If you just open it up like this, yeah, it's kind of boring, okay? Now, I'm going to demonstrate, and when I do this, when you do this, you're going to lay your hand down and you're going to relax it. Don't open it tight. You're going to relax it. And you're going to see, oh my goodness, all those lines. Don't draw every single teeny tiny line in there, because there's a lot of them. But those folds where your fingers are relaxed, and I'm going to demonstrate this because it's harder and it's going to look goofy. The first 10 or so that you do, and probably the one I do today, it's going to look goofy. You're going to start out, your thumb's going to be too big or too small, or you're going to end up with 6 fingers or whatever. My students, their biggest thing was, how do I make it look like it's curving? Just draw what you see. Draw what you see. And that's why I keep telling them, draw what you see. So let me get a new piece of paper here.
Does it make a difference which hand we choose to draw?
Well, you might want to draw your left hand if you're right-handed, but if you would like to have a real challenge, Matt, you draw with your left hand. Okay, all right, let's see. I haven't done this for a long time, you guys, so don't expect a whole lot, and I am going to go pretty slowly. Oh, good, I have something to rest my elbow on. And again, you're going to want to relax your hand. Don't make a fist, no middle fingers. I had to tell my junior high kids that. Because, junior high. Okay, I have a tendency to want to start right here at my wrist. Okay, that's just me. And it's probably the easiest place to start. So, I'm going to do this now. I have these little lines here that I'm going to draw right now. I'm going to draw them when I get to them because they don't go all the way across. And I want to get them in there because I like those lines. And my fingernail isn't really that pointy, but that's okay. And come out here. And I'm going to look at how thick my thumb is and try and keep it. You might end up wanting a new sheet of paper so that you can draw full size, but you don't have to draw full size. Now I'm noticing that I have another little in thing right there on the other side of where those 2 lines are here, okay? And I'm going to go down here, and I'm noticing this comes in here just about before I'm paying attention to where this bump was, okay? And a little light line there, and then I've got a curve that comes, one of my folds that comes in here now, kind of comes around. I did it dark here and light down there because that's what I'm seeing. I'm going to come back up here, and right about here on my thumb is the line of the bottom of my other finger, and I don't see that whole finger. I'm looking to see where it's showing up behind that thumb, and it's showing up about here, and I'm going to come across here, do this, I've got the fingernail showing right there, And yeah, it looks like a claw. Now I'm gonna draw that coming in now, and I'm right about where I'm supposed to be. Now this other finger, this is dark, and there's some space. I can see there's space in between it, and I'm looking to see where it bends. It starts to not bend, where it starts to angle. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna take note. It starts angling right about here, and I'm not thinking about how do I make it look like it's coming forward. I'm trying to look at what do I see, and I see this, and I see this, and there I am again. Now I have a ring that shows, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna draw what I see of that ring, which is most of it. And I have not lifted, well, I did lift to show you something, but this is still a continuous line. Now, I can see where this turns, it's right at this little point right here where I made that dip in there. So I'm gonna, whoops, drop that, and now where does it go? It goes here, and now I have a fingernail showing, and it's floating in the middle of this shape. But that's okay, I'm just gonna really lightly come across, draw that fingernail, and come back out again. And that's a goofy, that finger's goofy. And that's okay. Remember, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for practice. We're practicing. I'm gonna go back around here because I wanna find where my pinky is growing out of that spot. And I can see this, and I've got again a fingernail that is sort of floating in there, so I'm just gonna go in, do it now. I can see this fat part here, and then I've got another beautiful dark line that comes up in here, and I may not end up in the right place. I often don't end up quite in the right place, and I think I missed, oh, I think my hand keeps turning. Oh no, I didn't miss a line, okay. And I like to finish it off a little bit right here. If you got a bracelet on or something like that. And I think I missed something in there. Maybe I lost my lifeline. I don't know anything about those. So, I don't know how long that took. That was probably close to 3 minutes, wasn't it? I'm guessing. So, relaxed. I suggest you start here, but you're the boss. And let's go 3 minutes on this one, and if you don't finish it and it's going great and you want to keep going, that's fine. So we're going to start right now. So.
Are we giving art away during the?
Yes.
Yes.
You can donate to the studio tour, and then they have like a raffle, right?
Yeah, we get sign-ins for people coming to the tour at each of the studios, and then we do drawings for art giveaway to the people that attended the tour. So you might win something. Carolyn attended the tour a couple of years ago,
And I got a Randy Honerlaw print.
A Randy Honerlaw print, and if you want to donate art, you do not have to be on the tour to donate art, but your art will be put up on the website with your name, so you get some promotion as an artist from that if you choose to do that.
Okay. Oh, I
And
see
if you
some
feel
of
like bailing, it's okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get
No,
that
I
out
get
there.
that. No, I understand. You guys are really into this. Some of you, you guys all are doing a great job. We're gonna do something else in a minute.
I'm gonna go home and do this because I couldn't
Good,
participate here.
I know. You should, because I know you can use this kind of practice.
Correct.
Absolutely. We all can. In fact, this has been really good for me today because I really haven't, I mean, I draw, but not like this most of the time. Who said, "Ooh, that's good"? I want to see. Okay. All right. We've got, well, we can go over a little bit, can't we?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a lot of business to take care of later. Okay. I hate to stop you, but I'm going to demo something else. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to have you do something different, and you're really going to hate this one. I hope not. There's this thing called blind contours, okay? Where you do not look at what you're you do not look at your drawing. No, yes, you do not look at your drawing. You only look at the object that you are drawing, okay? So, if you cheat, you cheat. But the best way to do this, let's see, we're gonna do our hand again, and let me tell you, if you think your hand looks goofy this time, okay, because I'm gonna do mine and it's gonna look really goofy. I'm gonna go kind of fast. You are only going to look at your hand. No looking at your drawing. How is this gonna work? You know what? Because if you're right-handed, your paper needs to be here, and you're gonna wanna cheat. You are so gonna wanna cheat. We're not gonna do that yet. We're gonna do something else first. We're gonna say the blind contour for something else where it's harder to cheat. Okay. We're gonna draw a face using the same method, continuous line. Now, if you were my junior high kids, I'd say no pimples. So I guess no age spots, okay? We're not gonna do freckles, we're not gonna do each individual eyelash, but we are going to draw the shape of the face and the hair, and if somebody has glasses on, keep them on. If you have earrings, these beautiful earrings that Jerry has, you're gonna draw those. You're gonna draw their mouth, and if they have lines, like most of us do here, you don't wanna draw them too dark, make them nice and light. But Jerry, you're going to be my guinea pig for a minute. Come on up here.
Ooh, face model. Jerry's gonna be a
Yes.
face model.
Do this. Okay. And the first one we're going to just do, whoops, I wasn't trying to pull that chair out from under you. Okay. And I don't know if you can actually see Jerry, but I'm going to go ahead and do this with Jerry, and I can guarantee it's not going to be any better than anything you guys do. So I'm going to start with the top of her head. I tend to like that. And she's got some really neat lines of the way her hair sweeps around. And oh boy, I haven't done a face. Jerry is a portrait artist, so she's gonna laugh at mine. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna start at the top of her head. And I'm going kind of fast.
And you're looking at this, you're looking
Oh, no,
at
no, no. First, we're going to do one where we get to look. First, we're going to, you guys don't want to jump right into blind. And there's going to be a way to make us not cheat. No, I'm looking on this one. Okay, thank you for keeping me in line. Okay, I'm going to start back where I was. She's got a little sweep of hair here. I can see her ear, and I can see a second line inside of her ear here, so I'm going to put that in now. She's got this little bunch of hair right there, and then the bottom of her ear comes out here, and she's got an earring. Whoops, I lifted, but it's because I was going to lose my pencil. She's got a nice earring here. That's a nice shape. And I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to go a little lighter because where her jawline comes into her neck is a little hard to really delineate anything. I'm going to come down here and get a little. I like clothes. I like to get a little bit of the clothes on there. You can do that when you're doing this. Okay, and she's got a little bit of a square chin, and maybe her face is a little too skinny, but you know what? There's no mistakes, right? I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna do this little bit of hair right here so that I can get that ear in there and get the inside of the ear. And then she's got, oh, I'm even almost in the right place. Most of the time I end up with one ear about up here and one ear down below.
And right now it's kind of giving a Mr. Clean vibe.
You ever seen Jerry's house? It's clean, so you know. All right, now, I had felt like her hair, top of her head was a little too skinny, so I fattened it up a little bit. And I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna do, I'm glad I chose you, Jerry. I'm glad you sat in the front here.
Mr. Clean does not have hair.
Okay, no, he does not. Okay, and she's even got a little sweep of hair going up here. I love this, okay? Lots of lines. Don't try and draw every little bit of hair. You want to look at the sort of the chunks of hair and the direction that they go in. Now, lucky me, Jerry has glasses on, so I have a pathway into her face from the side here, and I'm not quite where I started, but almost, and I'm going to come in here, and that's about where her glasses are, and her glasses are very skinny rimmed, so, and they go all the way over to the other side of her face. I just noticed that. So I'm gonna go, whoops, that wasn't quite the right shape, but oh well, no mistakes. And a double line here, and there's a double line inside her glasses too, because they have a thickness. That's not really the shape of her glasses, you guys. Now, her eye is in there. Oh, lucky me, her eye touches her glasses. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do this, okay? And then I see a little eyebrow, and I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna do the inside of her glasses. And then this eye also kind of touches. And if it doesn't, you just pull your line in there and draw what you see. Now I'm gonna come around here, and I'm gonna draw her nose, which noses are hard, you guys, because they don't really have a lot of line on them. And I'm gonna darken that little part and this little part. And I'm gonna come, oh, that's not you. It's not gonna, okay, you guys, when you draw each other, it's not gonna look like the other person. It's just not, so don't get your feelings hurt when you look really bad, okay? Let's see, okay. And trying to look, because this does not look much like Jerry. She's got a very narrow lip here. Now I'm just gonna, I wanna finish that neck, so I'm just coming out here with my line. I'm gonna come, she's looking very, okay, all right. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You need to find someone to sit directly across from so that you can draw them. And we're gonna go 3 minutes. And I know it's gonna feel very uncomfortable, but if Jerry can do it, you can. Being stared at. So if you have 3 people at the table, 1 person can offer to be the sitter for the others, but just situate yourself so you're directly across from somebody. So come on, get to know each other. Yeah, some of you might have to move. Okay, don't start yet, don't start yet, because you're gonna switch.
You guys gonna go here and here?
Okay.
You're gonna pose?
Oh, they can't figure this out. Come on.
We're gonna do each other.
Oh, well, wait, don't do it at the same time. No, I want 1 person posing, somebody else drawing, and then we're gonna do another one, you're gonna switch, okay? Because it'll be too hard otherwise,
Okay, just sit
right?
still and roll.
Okay.
Poser, drawer.
Okay, so 1 poser, 1 drawer, and then we're gonna switch. Ready, set? Are you ready, or are you still arguing? All right, and we're gonna start now. We're gonna call that the beginning. Let's go. Go ahead, nice and slow. Same rules, same rules, same rules. I hope you have a new piece of paper because it works better. Where are you going?
My dog has a
All right, sit still.
Somewhere.
Sit still.
Look like at the top of the chair.
All right, Ellen, stop talking and start drawing.
I just didn't stop.
No, don't stress it. Don't stress it. Go
Look at
start
that look
over.
on his face too. You're gonna get that mouth line just like that, yes.
I'm sorry, guys.
Don't worry about it. I know you're busy too, but that would put me over the top too.
No, I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. And then-
Okay, walking around. You don't have to.
I'm.
When you do this, hold on. When you do this, you are going to sit directly across from someone, and you are going to have your paper under here, and they're also going to be drawing. They're going to have their paper under here, and they're going to be staring at you, and you're going to be staring at them, and you are not going to look at your paper, and if they look at their paper, you're going to say, no looking. Cheater, cheater. Oh, I know, that's what we're going to do. Cheater, cheater. So first I'm going to show you how awful this can look, but it's so much fun. I just love them. Okay, my students would just go, oh, they would laugh. I'd let them walk around and look at each other. It was so funny. But they were the best things that came out of this exercise in my
So are we
opinion.
gonna bring those
So-
all in front of the camera when they're
We
done?
could.
Let's do that.
We can leave them out during the break and see each other's. So I'm going to do this first, and I've got it set up now, so I'm not going to look at my paper. And when you do it, you're gonna have your paper really close to you so that you can't look at it, and you're gonna be looking at each other. But let me just do this real quick. Okay, I'm not gonna look at my paper. And I'm gonna start at the top of Sherry Lynn's head. Now sometimes if you kind of put your finger where you started, it's easier to figure out where you want to go. And I'm going really fast, you guys. Oh, and she's got this, why did I pick you? I gotta draw this braid. Oh, I'm not gonna draw the braid. There's her. I'm going really, really fast. Okay, and back up to where I think is the top of her head. And then I'll come down to her eyebrow. And here's her nose. I'm gonna do her nose. I'm gonna come back up and do her other eyebrow. And come down and do her eye. There's a line there. There's a line there. There's a line there. There's this little circle, and she's laughing at me. And then I'm gonna.
And she can't even see what you're
I'm
doing.
gonna come out here, and I'm gonna come around and pretend I know where her other eye is supposed to be. And it's not really there, is it? Okay, and then I'll come down and say, oh, I think maybe her nose was here. Now, I rushed this big time, hugely rushed this, and you're gonna go slower, and you're going to possibly be able, and I'm not doing your braid, I refuse. Oh, God. But look at that. Isn't it just, I don't know, there's just something fun about these. I went really, really fast.
That's great.
Okay? And some people like to kind of put their finger, and this is not a cheat. You want to put a finger where you start. So that you can feel, you're not going to look at it. Cheater, cheater, cheater if you look at it. No, lift your pencil, no erasing. Okay, but if you put your finger where you start, sometimes that helps your hand and your mind get a feeling of where you are relative to where you started. Does that make sense? Okay, so no drawing yet. I want you to have a new piece of paper. I want you to turn it portrait direction, and I want you to sit directly across from somebody. And everybody draws. Now you might have to move next to Roberta to sit across from Ellen, but you're going to sit here. If Lynell and I were doing this, I would have it here, and she would be looking at me, and I want to hear that word cheater, cheater, cheater. If people are looking at their pictures. Okay, so you guys about ready? Come on, I want to get you ready before we start. Ready, ready, ready. No, you don't look ready. They're never ready. Okay, and then it's like, oh, but then it doesn't really have a line that goes across the little wire. So as you bump into something, stop and go in the other direction. And that's way more than a minute. Let's stop. Okay, everybody. Oh, some of you don't want to stop. And you can do more than one drawing on a page. You can turn it over. You can use until we run out of paper. Okay? So I want you to choose a different object. And if you don't like any of the stuff on your table, go steal something from another table. Okay? Well, some of you are just, ooh, that's really nice, Jean. Leaves are fun. Leaves are fun. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about this. That wire has two lines, one on the outside edge and one on the inside edge, right? Okay, so those are things to look at. So she had, and I'm not picking on you, she has something, she has a clip that has a wire on it. And it's not a very thick wire, but she only drew it as a single line. It should be the line from the outside and the line on the inside. Try another object, okay? And I didn't start timing you, but let's call it 2 minutes from now, okay? You're gonna keep going on that one, aren't you? Okay.
Some people are not behaving.
I'm gonna do this. Show you guys what I mean about that.
Okay, Matt, yours is the first one I've actually been able to see on the camera. The shell shows up. But I'm over here and I'm getting reflection. I have to like get all the way in here to actually see what's on the paper,
Okay.
not get reflection.
Nice and
Excuse
slow.
me for
Really
hovering.
look. Don't let your pencil go any faster than your eye can tell it what to do. Keep looking back and forth and back and forth. And if you get stuck, whoops, I can't walk by there, can I? If you get stuck and you don't know where it's going, stop and look. Oh, is it running out of ink? Grab a pencil and start where you were. That looks really good. That star looks really good.
I think you cheated. I think you cheated on that star, didn't you? You lifted your pencil up, didn't you? I know you did. I know you're kind, Shirley Will. I
You are
know.
not somebody who draws a lot or doesn't have.
See, I probably need this exercise more than the rest of you. Somebody else should come do the camera.
Skills. This is really good practice. And we're going to draw something a little bit later that you will always have with you. And it's a really great thing to draw in this style. That is almost, we're coming up on 2 minutes on that one.
Go back.
She's letting us look at.
How many of you hate this already? Oh yeah, Shirley, but you're doing so well. Yeah, she wanted to keep going on that one. That's a great.
She's getting bent here.
If I could lift my pencil.
Oh, that's wonderful. Look at that. I like it. I like that object anyway, so, you know, it helps. Okay, all right. Here's what we're gonna do. That was 2 minutes. Do you like that orange pen?
Do you start sculpture work this way? Do you do a sketch of it, or
Sometimes I will do a sketch.
You can try.
Sometimes I'll have an idea and I'll sketch it out, but I do a lot of three-dimensional sketching and wire.
We're gonna do,
Oxy
you wanna do another
gas
single object?
welding.
Here's
That's
what we
interesting.
can
Kind
do.
of drawing.
You can do another single
three-dimensionally
object,
and then
or if you would like,
that
put
way.
2 objects
Interesting.
touching or overlapping, because this is a little bit of a challenge for some people. But if you do this, so let's just say, I'm gonna take this rock, and, all right, now, I'm gonna steal
Okay.
this rock, and I'm gonna do this. Okay, but not not after the fact. So let's just say, okay, I'm going to do this really fast. Okay, I am drawing that side piece. You drew that, and that was great. But when I get here, I see this, and I see the outside of that. But then I also see, because otherwise it looks like a hair instead of a wire.
Oh,
You
yeah,
see what I'm
double.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then you can keep going this way, and that's not 100% correct, but it's showing. Now, oh, what am I going to do? Just go through it. Well, actually, I really kind of don't want you to go through it. Go back and figure out where it bumps, and go back around and figure out where it bumps.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to draw the one that I can see back there.
Okay.
Okay, do you get the
So,
idea?
Yeah, so if something
It
has
has
a
some
thick
thickness,
edge.
yeah,
like
unless
a
it's a strand of hair, you're gonna draw both edges of it. Nice. Oh, you're picking the pencils, good. There's always something to draw. There's always something to draw. Nice. Glasses can be really difficult. Glasses are difficult because they have things that cross each other and then appear behind in the glass. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I like it. Was that a piece of wood? What was that? Oh, yeah, I liked that piece of wood when I saw it. Now, are you still working? Okay, here's the thing. Where's that circle? So you could have, yes, you can. You just go in and lightly draw that circle. And it's gonna be more than just a circle because you're probably
that can be
seeing
going on your
this.
OnlyFans
Yeah,
shoe
see that.
fetish
Now it feels
collection.
me. So just, okay, so Lori just had an issue. She has this little candle holder that has a hole in the middle. She had finished the shape of the outside, but she hadn't done the little hole in the middle for the little votive candle. And I said, where's the hole? Well, I can't get to it without lifting my pencil. So just really lightly, keep your pen on the paper and bring that line in there and then draw what you see inside there. We're going to be drawing faces in a while. And your eyes, nose, and mouth are not connected to the outside shape of your face, although if you have glasses on it makes it a little easier. But we're just going to come in with a line. We're not going to lift our pencils. We're just going to come in with that line and let it be there. Now if we have lots of good wrinkles on our eyes, then we've already got those lines to bring in there. Okay. All right. I don't know how long we've been going. Oh, that's a hard one, honey. You keep going. She likes to challenge herself. She's doing this sandal that has straps all over the place. Okay. Now who hates this? Still, nobody. Oh, you're just being nice. Okay. We have a half an hour. Good, I think we're good. We're gonna do something. I told you that this is a really good, and it might help if your paper is moving, you can lay your arm across a new sheet of paper so that it doesn't move. You can get more paper. I've got lots of paper, you guys. Nice and slow. As you come to those little folds, draw them. Don't be afraid of, oh sure, Lynn, that looks great. Oh, that looks great. Oh, you guys are doing so awesome. I love it.
Better than your middle schoolers?
You know, it's funny. Probably as well, or maybe better. And they did not like this exercise at first, and then they wanted to do some more. Well, not all of them, of course. But the next thing we're going to do is going to make you laugh. This is awesome. And I would get more excited about their drawings than they would. And they'd say, oh, but it's not right. Well, it didn't have to be right, but lines can be so beautiful. I just love them. Don't let that pencil miss, Emily.
Oh, you make pretty hands.
I know how you paint, so I know how you want to draw. That's good. That's good. Did you do it left-handed? Wow. Okay, Lynell, Matt did his left-handed. Wow. And look how it turned out. He's ambidextrous.
How are you?
Okay, coming to get a picture of that.
I've practiced left-handed.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, look at you. Wow. Are you hitchhiking, Sue?
No,
She's got her thumb out like she's hitchhiking.
I know, isn't that weird?
Yeah,
Well,
huh?
I do have arthritis.
Yeah, I think that's what you're channeling, your inner hitchhiker. If any of you are thinking about bailing on the exercise, let me mention that Art Tour would like to know if any of you have art to donate
I do, and
to
I
the
took
tour.
a picture of it, and I will send it to Terry as soon as people stop asking me to do other things.
Okay. At our table here, Bill is our poser, and our two ladies are drawing.
Hairstyles are my favorite people to draw. I draw a lot of people in places like airports because they're sitting around with nothing else to do. Then they move halfway through the drawing, you know.
She's drawn me numerous times in board meetings. I've watched her do it.
Look at that.
That's because board meetings are boring.
A little bit, yeah.
RED meetings.
Our board meetings are actually pretty fun, but, you know.
Good. Slow down, Missy. You're not looking at her. Slow down. You gotta look. Don't forget to look. Look.
I'm not supposed to take my
Don't
eye.
let that pencil. No. Continuous lines. Whoops, I can't walk near that speaker.
It's not easy.
No. Continuous line contour drawing. And Emily spent 6 months on
Oh, you're the
it.
poser this time. Okay, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here.
Make me laugh, I can't.
Okay, no laughing. Okay, well, I won't say anything. I'm gonna get a drink of water though, because I'm dying here. So, if it doesn't look like you, that's okay. If it looks better than you look, well then you can thank the person.
Perhaps take that to your next surgical appointment for work done.
can't see the others, but yours has a nice dark
Oh, you guys are taking a lot of time. That's good. That's a good thing.
Mine looks like Frankenstein.
If you finish and you want to draw something else on the table while we're waiting, that's fine. Yes, yes, yes. You guys are doing great.
Now, if you were Dave Manousos, your eyes would definitely be different shapes.
Say that again?
If you were Dave Manousos, the eyes would definitely be different shapes. One of the characteristics of his portraiture is that the eyes never match. I swear.
That is
they're-
absolutely gorgeous. I love that. And the kids would go, but it's so, oh, you're coloring. Don't, no shading. That's shading. You cheater, Sylvia. No. Okay.
Oh, called out. Sylvia was called out.
This is really, really
I did?
good. Nice
Yeah.
line work.
Yeah, it
This
is.
beautiful. This is lovely. This is a great one. Okay, okay, those eyebrows, you do not need to draw every line, every hair in those eyebrows, okay? We want to get the basic beautiful look. This is really great. That nose is hard though. Yeah, the heart.
I want to color his eyes in.
Okay, you are a slow poke, that's okay. You're trying really hard. You're like, this one is just lovely.
Oh, this is interesting table because you all have a little bit of a different perspective on his view. So that's very interesting.
Another one of, I want the people that didn't draw this time to draw.
Because here we
You've
have him in
done-
profile.
You're gonna switch.
And then more full
somebody
face
that
there.
didn't draw, that posed, is going to be drawing, because I want everybody to draw. That is also lovely. Don't do anything else to that. This is beautiful. This is really, really well done. Very nice.
This doesn't look like you, that's for
It does, none of them are gonna look like the person. Okay, let me get a voice of that. Where you are forced to look really carefully at what you're drawing. Okay? Because, cheater, I saw. Okay. I don't know who you're drawing. Okay, you're both drawing at the same time. Okay? So you're looking at each other. Okay? Oops, I just lost some.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's an expensive microphone. Hopefully it still works.
Yeah, the green light's still on.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice and slow. Nice.
I like the way they look when they're done.
Look at this one, Lynell.
Wow.
This is just beautiful line work on
Yeah,
this
that's
one.
nice.
I'm gonna share this. Slow down.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Okay.
I went
I'm going
really
way
fast.
too
This
fast.
is really nice. Okay. Slow down and look. Look.
I saw that. You looked.
Nice.
I'm done, I'm
Yes,
done.
but we want to go slow because that's
I'm just seeing Picasso everywhere here.
I love the way they have that kind of cute.
Keep going. No looking.
I'm scared now.
No looking. This is really nice.
This is really hard, isn't it?
This is really hard, but you practice this and you will force yourself to really, really look at stuff. That's great. That actually looks like a face, more than mine even do.
Holy cow.
Let's see, I told you. Look at you.
I didn't get to his eyes because
I don't know, I get it all scrunched up. Let me see what, ooh, I look up straight there.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I want to face. Look at Emily.
my nose is right there.
That's wonderful.
See, there's my nose right there. There's the ear.
Well, I got you laugh
And then when I came back,
This must be how Picasso did it. This must-
I'm pretty sure that and Dave Manousos as well.
and I never did get to the eye.
That's because I just finished,
Excuse me.
out, I'll draw another one.
I think I do your glasses twice.
Anybody still drawing? Cheryl is still drawing. Oh, yours. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Here's what I'd like to do. We're gonna take a break, because that's what we do at 3:30.
Ish.
Ish. But I would like you to leave your favorite, best, or all of them. Leave them out on the table so we can go around and see even your goofy blind contour, because I personally find them to be the most entertaining and fun. And I hope you guys go home today with a little something to practice, especially if you've never done this before. I want you to notice a couple of really, they're all wonderful. They're all wonderful. Roberta's drawing that she did of Bill has just really nice, delicate lines. It's beautiful. Matt's hand that he did with his wrong hand is amazing. They're all wonderful, but I want you to leave them out. I'm going to start collecting some of the junk and paper, so we'll get it out of the way. I want you to look at each other and then go enjoy some yummies. Thank you guys for being so patient with me.
Okay, we're gonna start the second part of the meeting. I think Carolyn may have some announcements for us. Do you have anything?
You're going to go after. Matt would like to say something about studio tour. I want to let you all know that Motherlode Call to Artists opens Monday, June 8th. If you want a postcard, here they are. Plein air event. Tracy couldn't be here. I don't know where she's vacationing again.
Oregon.
This time. Okay, but it was a fabulous event. Even if you're not a plein air painter, I didn't paint. I went and I drew. So you don't have to paint. And it was so well organized. She had coffee and muffins in the morning for all of us. Everybody went out. It was a gorgeous day. We went out and we did our thing. She had food for the afternoon. The judge came through. She had 3 different people come to her and say, I'm a regular plein air painter. I participate in these events all the time, and this is the most organized, best one I've ever gone to. So even if you don't want to participate in the actual event, come to the reception next year, because it was really nice. I really liked, what was the judge's name?
Bobby Baldwin.
Bobby Baldwin. She had really great things to say about her choices. So it was really successful.
There's a video up on YouTube of the
there is.
judge's remarks. There's a page up on our PAA.gallery site that has all of the entries for the day, including the awards. Thank you, Matt, for doing that for us. And also there were postings made to our Facebook page this morning with a lot of the same information.
So I think that's all I was supposed to. You're going to be so sick.
Okay, Carolyn got Best of
I
Show.
was just gonna say, for a charcoal drawing, you don't have to do oil or watercolor or whatever.
So
Best of Show.
And she admitted during the awards that she made a mistake
Oh my
during
gosh,
the day,
yes.
and she spent the whole day erasing charcoal dust off of her work and got Best of Show.
So I don't know if you guys have ever used on white paper, you spread charcoal powder. Well, I started with gray paper, duh, I'm okay. And I drew it all out in pencil. I found a perfect spot at Sherwood Garden. If you know where Sherwood Garden is, it's at Folsom Lake College in the El Dorado. Oh, it's a great little demonstration garden. And I found a porch with a rocking chair and shade. I drew the whole thing, and then I thought, oh, maybe I'll do the charcoal powder, and totally obliterated my entire drawing, but went back in with an eraser and white charcoal, and I guess the judge kind of liked it.
Best of Show.
So the other studio tour people aren't here today, so I just thought I'd say just a quick note. Just a couple more weeks. June 1st is the deadline if you want to apply to be in the studio tour. We have a few studios that have openings. If you don't feel comfortable having a show at your own house or studio, we've got places for you to be. We're also looking for sponsors. I've got some forms. If you know of someone who would like to sponsor the arts in the El Dorado County, I'm having some work done on my house, and today I asked the contractor if he would be interested in sponsoring, and told him what they'd get, ads in the brochure booklet, ads on our webpage and so on. And he says, well, he doesn't really need the work. He's got plenty of work to do, but he's interested in sponsoring the organizations like this. So he's going to go in $200 as a sponsor for the studio tour. If you have someone that you work with that you think might be interested in sponsoring the arts in Placerville, let me know. I've got forms that they can use to fill out. Call me if you have questions.
And then we already talked about the art giveaway. If anyone is interested in donating art, I believe Terry Meyer is the one.
Is doing it again this year.
She's the one that's coordinating that. So get with your member directory, look up Terry's email address there, and send her an email about your donation. And just for the record, if you go onto our website, you can get the 2025 complete roster and the 2026 roster of members that are currently members of Placerville Arts Association. And to do that, you would need to use the password ARTISTS. That's ARTISTS, and it's all lowercase. And that gets you behind the password protected section and into the member rosters. I use it several times a week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. All right, am I next, Carolyn? Do we have anything else?
I don't think so.
Call to Artists for Mother Lode's about to open.
Yep.
We're going to open that the first week in June.
It's on Cafe.
And on Cafe, and also the entries to the county fair are open until May 27th. There are fair guides up here on the table that include an extra flyer sheet of how to enter, because trust me, the county fair does not make that easy. And try to enter before the deadline of May 27th, because if you have any questions and you're on deadline date, it just gets really crazy in the fair office, and it's just kind of nuts.
And
So
the easiest way to enter is not online. Carry your money and your entry form down there. It's so much easier. I mean, we all live local.
And that's why don't leave it till May 27th, because everybody's going to be crowded into the tiny little fair office if that happens. Also in the brochure up here in the county fair guide, there's information on how to volunteer to help us at the county fair, to help staff the exhibit. We staff over 70 shifts of volunteers at the county fair every year. I think I'm already signed up for 7, and I can do more if I have to, but I'd really love it if some of you other people would come on out and do that for us. I also wanted to invite any of you who are feeling even the least bit socially isolated to do more participation on Facebook. Placerville Arts Association has a Facebook page that many of you follow. After you get your login to Facebook, go find Placerville Arts Association and click the follow button on the page. Next, if you go on Facebook, send me a friend request. My name is very easy to find. I'm like the only one there, and you'll also recognize me. And I bought mine with a little kit that has a couple of drill bits with it, so I can tap a hole for the screws, can make a slightly bigger hole for the screws, then I can put a Phillips head fitting on that and screw that in. So it has been a life changer for me. I truly love my sonic screwdriver, and if you don't have one, I recommend getting one. You can see the kits on Amazon, but you definitely want to get one that has those drill bits in it, because you want to tap your holes for your screws, and then a Phillips, and you'll ruin the Phillips on the 3rd day, and you'll probably have to get some more Phillips. So that's the way that goes with that. Then the next thing that I've put onto this example are several different types of wires that can be used. I had a fellow reach out to me the county fair pointed in my direction. He had a 47-pound wooden and metal piece of artwork that he needed to wire and hang. So we discussed a 60-pound wire for him and the possibility that he would actually double that wire just to make it a little stronger. If you want to go over 60 pounds, you pretty much need to go into steel cable wire after that. It gets harder to knot and a little harder to deal with. Mid-range is the wire that I have in the center here, and that is rated for 43 pounds. Now what they say about a 43-pound capacity wire is it has 100 pounds of strength. And what happens when we go to put our artwork on the wall is we're trying to reach behind it. We're putting tension on the piece of wire, and it can pop and break if you're not using a strong enough wire. So you want to make sure that you don't disappoint the folks who buy your artwork by putting a wire that's rated heavy enough for the piece onto the piece itself. Then I recently bought a spool of lighter wire because I was using this 43-pound wire on everything, and I realized I had some things that were light enough that they really didn't need this heavy wire, and when you're working with smaller things it can get hard to knot it. So I also have a small spool of 20-pound wire. So if you wanted to take a photo of this, you would see the various descriptions. I really like this Soft Strand brand. It's really good, and I buy it on a spool. And then finally, I've got a couple of things here that are not the most desired things to use. This one is a 4-stranded...
That might by your face if you're going to put that board in front of you.
4-stranded twisted wire. These wires are less desirable because they require capping off at the ends. I'm going to turn this around in a minute and show you the difference on the finish. If you have ever been on a sailboat, you may have heard the term meat hook. What that means is a piece of this cable wire has broken off, and it can now just rip your fingers and your hands if you touch that wire, especially if it's under stress or pressure. And that happens to the people who hang our stuff. So this is why we check that the stranded wire is taped. And then I put an example of a cord that came with a piece of artwork that I bought, and this would probably be Carolyn's least favorite of all the wires I'm currently showing you. And one of the issues with it is it continues to stretch. It doesn't stop. It just stretches more and more and more until it's just maybe even longer than what you intended for your picture. So I'm going to turn this around. Now typically we would put a wire about 1/3 of the way down a piece of artwork, and that would be about where this second wire is. But you also need to be mindful of your gallery, because if you hang something this low for the wiring system at the Mac, you're going to find that it wants to do this with the wall, because there's nothing really stable behind that piece of artwork when it's on the wall. So it'll flip like this.
Well, it tilts forward, doesn't it?
Is it forward or backwards?
It tilts
It's
forward.
forward.
Here, let me
Okay.
hold this so you can talk.
So it tilts forward, and it causes an issue. If you go ahead and hang it where that top one is, then it hangs it hangs more straight at the Mac. We've actually had people rewire their pieces after they brought them in and tried to hang them because of the tilt that you get at the Mac. It doesn't happen at our member shows because you have the rod behind the work that keeps it stable, and so it's not an issue for the member shows. But if you happen to get accepted into the mother load, you want to wire your piece a little high so it hangs better at the Mac. And then we're showing you the way that you would knot and finish. There's also a picture of that on the front, which is another. There's more than one right way to finish your wire or knot your wire. I just happen to like this particular one. It's also a sailing knot, so it comes a little bit easier to me. If you use this coated soft strand wire, which these top 3 are, you do not need to tape the end of your wire because it's not going to produce that loose wire that will rip people. If you're going to use the stranded wire, then you need to, at a minimum, tape it on the ends so that these wires don't come out and clip our show curators. And I will, at this juncture, mention that if you think forward a lot, and you can remember to put a couple of heat shrinkers on this before you start tying it, you can buy those in the electrical aisle at the hardware store. You can heat shrink a little piece of plastic over these things, and that's a really nice way to finish it off. If you're selling a lot of art, not just showing art, someone that buys your art would really think that was more upscale if you put a heat shrink on this rather than just blue tape. And then this is, I've illustrated the rings that you can use. What are those?
Screw eyes.
Through eyes?
Screw eyes.
Screw eyes. Screw eyes. Don't use screw eyes unless your work is really, really lightweight. As you guys will recall from the honeycomb project, we used screw eyes on those because that was the way that the person who was curating that show wanted it done. And it is very difficult to get a decent bite with the screw if you have any weight with your framing at all. So you want to keep the use of screw eyes very, very lightweight stuff. We had a very heavy piece come into the county fair last year. She had wired it with this and screw eyes. We didn't even get it on the wall before that wire broke. And I had no choice, because I didn't have supplies there to take care of it, I had no choice but to display that piece on the floor for the fair. And it would have looked so much better if it had had a sufficient wire and sufficient D-rings to hold this thing up. You'll also notice that in this setup that we've got here, I've used on this heavy wire where we're anticipating something 60 pounds or heavier, I've used double screws on this D-ring. So these are all the kind of supplies that you can buy on Amazon, probably as cheaply as anywhere, maybe Michael's, but these are the kind of things that you want to have in your kit so that you're ready to wire your stuff. And one difference between the county fair and our member shows is the county fair uses pegboard and pegs, and where we have convinced Carolyn in the member shows to hang things that come in with the built-in hangers on the back of lightweight frames, we can't use them at the county fair because they won't fit on the pegs. And so if you're planning to enter any of your lightweight things that you've hung at the member show just from the built-in holders on the back, you're not going to be able to use those at the county fair. We've got to have wires for anything that comes into the fair. And otherwise you're going to end up getting Velcro. Any questions on any of that? Thank you for letting me share that with you.
Okay. Woo-hoo. Here. We'll put it back there on the...
Yeah, we'll put it back there in case any of you want to take a photo of any of that. And anything anybody else has to say before we call it a day? All right. Thank you all for coming today.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Carolyn, for helping us out today. We really appreciate it.